It's really around reaching the right people at the right time with the right message.
We're joined by Maya from Outcomes4Me. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Maya, you've just completed a new funding round. What's fueling the growth and what are the opportunities that you see?
Yeah, thank you for asking. So we just concluded a 20 million round, which brings our total funding to 38 million. And just what we are is a patient empowerment platform. So it's helping people diagnosed with life-altering chronic diseases, have them managed through their lives from diagnosis or suspicious of a diagnosis for the entire life. So what's fueling the growth is we started first in breast cancer. And really, we were able to really fundamentally help people take action, advocate for themselves, and have them get to the best treatment. We expanded across multiple cancers. And now with this growth round, we're looking to go international. We just announced an acquisition in Germany. And we're looking to also add more of, helping patients navigate through their care.
And how do you build trust and scale adoption in such a high-stakes world as cancer care?
Yeah, so one thing that's very tricky is when you're dealing with people, vulnerable people, right? When somebody's diagnosed with cancer, their life changes overnight, and so they feel vulnerable. So what's really important is, first, to build trust. So trust comes with two main components: transparency. So really being transparent about who you are, what you do, and how you grow as a platform. And two, being science evidence-based, so that, the information you provide to people is trustworthy, is actionable, and then it also needs to be relevant to people so that they can really use it in a way that helps them and continues to fuel the trust.
Looking ahead, how do you see tech and AI-driven, patient-centered platforms changing the relationship between patients and the healthcare system?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, up till very recently, tech has not fundamentally helped people in the same way, patients, in the same way it has helped us in all other aspects of our lives. And one of the reasons for that is everything that has been conceived from a health system perspective is not really consumer driven, and we're ultimately first people before becoming patients. So now with AI, there's, first of all, people are taking things in their own hands. So they're using ChatGPT, etc., to try to help them navigate through their care. Now that's both an opportunity, but also it has limitations because there's only so much you could do without really the data driven evidence to really help people in a very specific way. So this is where tech platforms like ours that leverage AI in a very specific manners that's very actionable to people could fundamentally not only transform care, but also improve outcomes.
Yeah. And what you've created is a free direct-to-patient platform. Just explain, how have you managed to make that work? How have you managed to make it a win-win-win for both the patients, the providers, and the pharma companies?
Yeah, so I come from a pharma background. I was a BCG, and then I spent, my career in pharma. And the reason I started the company is because I saw really the innovation opportunity coming from pharma in cancer. I do sincerely believe that in my lifetime, we're going to control or cure cancer. But at the same time, that's not getting fast enough to patients. And people are really struggling navigating through their care once they have a cancer diagnosis. So this is where there's real opportunity to fundamentally help people by connecting them to the right treatment and helping them take action. So this is where the win-win comes in, where first we're free to patients because, we want everybody, wherever they are, whomever they are, to be able to have the same care or access to care that they deserve. And we partner with pharma, which we're here at Cannes Lions, where, it's really around reaching the right people at the right time with the right message. So that's part of our business model, to really help activate people, get them the right information. And that's how we scale things with our pharma partners. And so it's a win-win for the patients, win for the pharma, and ultimately win for us. It helps us continue to scale the platform.
Yeah, it's a huge success. Well, Maya, thanks very much for joining us here.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.